I went to the doctors to get a second opinion because they just put it down to asthma, and then that's when they realised I'd got a disease called sarcoidosis.
Right, OK.
And they said I'd be in a wheelchair by the age of 40.
And you just couldn't imagine that that was ever going to be a possibility?
No.
But they were right.
Yeah, but by 43 I was in a wheelchair, practically bedbound.
Yeah.
What was the prognosis? What did they say? How long had you got?
First of all, they said it'd be probably about 18 months, but then I developed pulmonary hypertension and my heart started to deteriorate as well, so I went rapidly downhill after that, and they said I probably wouldn't live till Christmas that year.
But you couldn't, you could hardly speak, you'd no breath to speak?
No, not at all, no. I was probably about 5 stone. I couldn't hardly eat anything. I couldn't even clean my teeth, never mind do anything else.
And then you had to tell your 10-year-old daughter that you were probably going to leave her?
Yeah, that I was going to die, yes.
I can't imagine that.
How hard is that?
Oh, it was probably one of the hardest conversations I've had to have, you know, to explain to her that she was going to live in Australia with my friends.
Yeah.
And she couldn't really grasp it, you know, and I couldn't either because I can't even tell you how hard it was.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. A thing of nightmares. And then this miracle of life, really, the phone call that you get to say that there is a transplant available for you. When you got that phone call, it was a lifeline.
It was. I didn't quite believe it. Even when I was travelling up to Newcastle, ready for my transplant, it was like I was in a dream. You know, I just felt like it wasn't gonna happen. You know, and I mean, obviously it did happen. And then when I woke up, I was trying to change my Hickman line that I'd got, and they was like, no, you can breathe now. But I was still breathing like I wasn't able to breathe.
Well, you were frightened you were going to break them, weren't you?
Yeah, I kept saying I don't want to breathe properly because I might break them.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
No,
Well,
it's an unusual thing.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
For your joy and transformation, and as Holly said, there is always this other side, this tragic side, that for you to gain, someone has to lose.
Yeah.
So tell me about Rhona. What sort of a woman was she? If we'd met her, what would she have been like?
Oh,
Rhona's
a lot like Lisa.
Really?
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
fun loving, yeah.
They don't look like each other, but yeah, their mannerisms and things
that
are
right?
so alike. Yep.
And so did you know that she'd put herself on the donor
No,
list?
no.
No. The hospital informed us that she was on the donor list. And would we like to go along with her wishes? And there's no way we were going to go against her wishes at that time. So we signed the necessary papers and the rest is history, so to speak.
It's a lot to deal with at that time to be asked something like that as a parent, because she'd just given birth to her second child, and then she'd been having problems, sort of headaches and neck pain.
Yeah, she took a neck pain, but when I went to visit her in Boxing Day in the hospital, she thought it was just a draft she had caught.
Right.
So then she got home that night and we'd got her, you know, creams and things like that. But then on the 1st of January, about tea time, she had to go up to the hospital, and that is where she collapsed, really.
And she had a brain
Or a bleed to the brain, or, you know.
Yeah.
And they put her in induced coma and then rushed her through to the Western General in Edinburgh, operated on her, but they just couldn't stop the bleed.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
So sorry.
That's a terrible thing to happen.
And so because she was on that list, and because you had agreed to go with her wishes, tough as that must be, I'm sure, she helped 3 women with her liver and a kidney and her pancreas, and a man with her other kidney, and her heart valves were stored. And so she's brought life and will bring life to countless people. And of course, Lisa sitting here is one of them. And so you then begin your recovery, and you're trying to get through the grieving process. At what point did you decide you wanted to reach out and talk to them?
I think it was about 6 months after I'd had my transplant. I wanted to write them a letter just to say, well, you know, thank you's not a big enough word, really. But you kind of never know when's the right time and when's the wrong time. So I wrote them a letter, and Jane actually replied back quite quickly. And then I wrote, and then it was about a year later I wrote my second letter, and then that's when I got a phone call saying that they wanted direct contact.
And you did meet up, and you were
We
quite
did,
nervous because you were
yes.
thinking, oh my gosh, the pressure on me, because are they going to like me? Are they going to feel happy? I mean,
Yeah.
what a pressure. I mean, that really is. But very emotional for both of you, especially for you. And that moment when she saw you and you hugged and you touched her chest, didn't you? Because you just wanted to feel those breathing lungs again.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's...
I didn't know what to let her go.
No.
Yeah.
You hugged for ages.
I'm never going to
didn't
go.
you? Yeah,
I
yeah.
felt free. I didn't know what to let her go.
Yeah.
And what's lovely is, as Holly said then, is that, you know, that there was this instant bond.
Instant.
I just loved her.
Yeah, same here.
Which is why when lovely Jim proposes,
yeah.
and you sadly lost your dad.
Yeah, my dad died of lung cancer when he was 43.
Right.
So he was very young when he died, yeah.
And so you asked whether or not John would walk you down the aisle.
I did, yeah. Yeah.
What did you think when she asked you?
The first reaction was shock, and then the more I thought about it, I thought what an honour that would be. At this stage, unbeknown to Lisa, it was one of Rhona's wishes that I walked her down the aisle when the day came, and it was a bit surreal at that stage. But